Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Thursday edition of the Corporate Gamer Broadcast. And we shall be continuing with the one and only Metro Exodus. I know I haven't streamed much this week. It's been a very, stressful week at work, but I am back, and this is a 4-day weekend, so tomorrow I am off. Monday is a local holiday here in Quebec. And then next week we have Monday off as well because we have Canada Day as well. So, I am looking forward to playing Metro Exodus. I haven't played it in a while. Last game I played, let's be honest, Police Quest 4, it's not working out for me. I don't know if I'm going to continue it or not. I just too frustrated with the game. Even if you follow the guide, you can't even move in certain areas. So, all right, off.
I delivered the carriage to the Aurora. In the meantime, the caravan has arrived at the port. The Spartans are already there. I need to meet Anna at the port and plan our takeover of the caravan.
And let the loading begin. Hope that everybody's having a wonderful week, a good week. It's been a gloomy day here in Montreal. Actually, one of our rare ones we've had. We had a rainy spring. We had a bad, really dark winter. Then it got better for a few weeks, and there's 1 week out of two where it seems to be that we live in darkness. Sometimes I wonder if we live in London or we live in Montreal. But alas, today is a rainy day, but we will have nice days on the weekend, so looking forward to that. And I know that, let's hope I don't do the same mistake as I did before. Oh, there we go. So yeah. Had a nice beer to chillax. Now I'm sitting back and I am watching. I'm going to be playing Metro Exodus. Hopefully, I make it a little bit further than I did before. I think I got to a point where I had to go from the train across, and I have to meet Anna at some kind of point. I don't know why, but it is what it is. And thank you, Overrider, Wasteland Ruckus, PK Theater, Psychosis, and Angry Gorilla and Mr. Garf 1988 for the hosts. You guys rock. Awesome. Oh, and Got to Choose as well. Thank you for the auto host. Got to Choose is somebody that just started streaming, and they are. My God, this thing is taking forever. They were having a lot of issues from streaming, and he contacted me through my Facebook page, and I tried to give him some advice on what to do, and he seems that he figured out how to stream his retro game. I think he was playing World of Warcraft last time I was checking, so he's in the low. He just literally started. He only has a few followers, but if you guys like what you see, go check him out. Got to Choose. GOT number 2 choose. CHOOSE. Yeah. Like I said last time I was streaming, not very the politically correct way of doing streaming. Not supposed to promote other streamers, and yeah. To be honest, I don't really do this for money. I just do this for fun, and I did a fundraising thing recently. It's the only money that I've ever raised for the channel. I'm gonna try and do a little bit more fundraising in the year, but it started off. It was a pretty good thing. It was a pretty good thing. I think I got anywhere between $250 and $300 through the channel, so that's pretty cool. And that's it. So let's go. Let's dive into it. I'm gonna have to learn how to do all this again, because frankly, I am lost. Alright, let's see if this works. Why is it dark? I don't like it when it's dark. Come on. There we go. Oh boy, they're gonna come to attack me, aren't they? Alright. Really nice reflection on the water. Really freaking beautiful. I forgot what the buttons are doing, so I apologize. If I could sneak past these guys, it would be awesome. But I have to go, like, around everything. And if it's the same rules of the last game, if you walk past them slowly, you should not be disturbing them, so... Actually, one thing I'm going to do on my end, I don't know why, audio, it seemed really low for me. You see it? I don't know why doing that actually made the volume go louder, but it's okay. Well, you're dead. I don't like to do that, but you're kind of in my face there, buddy. There's so many moving parts, it's amazing. Somebody's going to attack me, for sure. Guaranteed. Okay. Come on. You can... Oh, this fucking thing. What the fuck is that thing? Anything to check here? How many balls of light is there? Okay. What the fuck are those balls of light? Aw, god damn it. I heard one guy. Okay, so he moved away, which is good. Let me quick save, because I don't know what's gonna crawl out of that door and kick my ass. I don't want to go there. Okay. So the crane is there. I have the opportunity to scavenge. Nice. Not going to find much, but maybe I'll find a note. I haven't found a lot of notes recently. Oh, old telephone. Did I come here already? I think I did. Yeah, I did actually. I already scavenged this place. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, so I think I already did this, so there's no need for me to do all this again. Alright. So I have to get to there. It will not be easy. Let's scavenge a bit, see what's around here. Maybe I'll find something, maybe I'll be lucky and I'll find something. We never know, we never know. That's another way of going on the crane. So I don't actually have to go up that thing? That's weird. Okay. Oh, because maybe you can't go up here. Haha. I thought you could. Is there a way of getting up there? No, it's not even there. So by fluke, I found a ladder, which I didn't even know where you were supposed to use. That sounds nasty. And I'm gonna get shellacked. And the music is queuing up, which I don't like. Oh.
They have about 15 guards. 4 at the tugboat ladder, sentries at the pier. Sam will take the right flank. Come in, Sam.
I'm in position. I can see a guard.
Duke is to the left of the hangar. Come in.
Duke in position, ready to pick the guard off.
Idiot is on the far crane.
What's here?
Ready for action. Got a mark on everyone on the pier.
So let's do this. Let's go back down.
Scouted out the basement.
There's only 2 of them here. Busy repairing something, so this seems to be the best spot for Whitetail team.
Well, Artyom, we're all set. get out of the church quietly, so let's make this one the same.
Yeah, it's no fun beating up immature soldiers like them.
Cut the chatter. Alright, Artyom, you're in charge. You call the shots. Okay, well, it's high time we started. So try to get on that tugboat. We'll give you cover.
So there's a thing over
Let's
there.
move the plan one more time.
But should I go there now?
In our hands, Sam is your...
Hey, Slayan, how's it going?
While Artyom, Duke, and Crest take the boat to the bridge. Good luck, everyone.
How have you been? Apologize, I haven't really streamed much this week. I was busy. And since it's, well, for me, it's a 4-day weekend. 3 days for normal people because of Saint Jean-Baptiste in Quebec. I took tomorrow off as well, so have to do some adulting things.
Follow me now.
Ooh, what's down here? Okay, so I can go up there, or I can do this. What's in here? I'm curious. Oh yeah, that's true, huh? Let's change that. Give me 1 second. I don't even remember how to do it. Hosting, raid drops, no. That's not it. Team channels, auto host, hosting priority, no, that's not it. Roles. There we go. Add new. Slayan. Why can't I see your name there? Slayan. That is weird. Very, very weird. Last year, okay. Slayan. Why can't I see your... S-I-A-Y-N, okay. S-I-A-Y-E-N. I have to look at your... Unfortunately, I have to look at your... let's see... Search. Yes. Fuck. It's so... The app is so stupid. Seriously, the app is just ridiculously stupid. I think I made you... VIP, but I'm not sure because I couldn't access your profile. Yay, you are. Nah, it's okay. Or else I didn't want to forget. You have been a loyal follower, at least for the last few times I've played, so, and I appreciate it. So. Fortunately, I don't have enough viewers to have more than 10. I'm at 9 VIPs, but yeah, you've been showing up on. I don't think you showed up on my Metro 2033. Is this? Okay. So let's save here. Shit. Shit, come on. Yeah, I think that's what it was. But either way, I appreciate it. Oh, fuck off. This is gonna probably be infested with fucking...
So once the river got cleaner, they started trading there. I was there too.
Alright, so I get to... I love the... This is the part of the game I love. Taking my own sweet ass time. Going through the different areas. No, I don't want to do that. I saw... There we go. And it saved automatically, which means I'm on a mission to get killed. Well, I didn't have... I don't think I have a silencer. Yet. So... It is what it is. And I don't think you can access your backpack. Oh yeah, I can. Fucking sweet. Okay. I don't think I have a silencer. Have a look, have that. But I don't have a silencer per se. Horizontal magazine, reflex light, airtight pneumatic system, sniper shock grip, and fore-end. Yeah, I don't have a silencer. I would have to build one. Are they? Anyways, we'll see. I like to cause chaos. This is a perfect time to cause chaos as well. So, although that's going to be a little bit better. So there's no way to getting out of here. And I can technically get out of here, I guess.
Stay in the shadow.
Another good man lost.
Why didn't that reach him? I don't know what I was hitting.
He's hiding in here. Surrender now, and you might stay alive.
Oh fuck, they can see me from here.
There he is, up there. I see the enemy.
Open fire! He's been spotted!
Oh, that was a nice shot.
Calm down, I got you.
One down.
Down there, see? I see him. He's up there. Opa! Right through the eye!
Come on. Oh, did I?
Man down!
Oh well. No, he's red. He's a friend. But I didn't shoot him. This is a really good location to fucking shoot.
Calm down, I got him. Over there! We got the man down!
I have to admit, the shooting is quite. Let's see where. All right. Nice. You can shut up. Your worst nightmare. Why didn't I just shut off the
He's gone into hiding, people! We have to find him!
Of course, there's pigs.
Artyom, all the traitors are neutralized.
Damn, we showed them. Bam! And they're down. They didn't even know what hit them. Yeah, Duke, you and our team did so well. You shot a bunch of innocent merchants. You both deserve medals. Maybe even 2 each. Yeah, it would have been nice.
Alright, so actually let's see if I can go quick load. Let's see if I can do this in a stealthy way. There's probably a way, but I went through the brute force attack. And brute force attack is always a good attack. Not really, but it is what it is. Hello to everybody that's new on the stream, watching for today. Hope that you're having a wonderful Friday and hanging out with me and Slayin, the one and only Slayin. Okay, so let's see if there's a way around. There's also the crane that's over there, which... Let's see if I can do this in a quiet way. Okay, so that's a green person. That's one of mine. That is one of mine. Actually, it didn't save after. I have to go inside. Is there a way of going inside here? Yeah, there is. Isn't there a body like, in the middle? Oh, there we go.
Stay in the shadow.
I wanted the bullets, but... Oh, there's something here. Is it worth the... I didn't even figure that out before. See? There's an advantage. Oh. Well, don't stop. Don't stop going to... sure I went through this already. But... There would be some goodies here, I'm assuming. Hey Foxy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Well, it's better that than not having enough, right? Something's gonna jump. Like, I walked in here already. Oh, what a waste. I remember going through here. Yeah, this was the other side. Eh, boy. Alright, well that was a waste of time. I have to go this way. How have you been? Oh, you're going. Well, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I keep missing your streams. I really want to. I took another gun, didn't I? This is not my. This is not my original gun, was it? Yeah, maybe it was. And thank you for the host, Foxy, and then Etienne. You guys rock as usual. And my alert probably didn't go on, right? So, why am I stuck? Because I'm stuck. So, as usual, because... Box,
I'm Hulk Hogan, the greatest wrestler of all time.
Recent events. There we go. I don't even know what's here. And should I even clean that area? Or am I actually going just to the end point? Which is not what I wanted to do. I want to clear the areas. But I want to see if there's... Yes, I am. Actually, there's a wrestling theme for everything that you see. So if you host... there's nothing here. This is really... I have to admit, like, this is an awesome fucking picture. Like, forget it. This is really awesome. Like, this looks absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I did. Pretty much everyone from, everybody from WWE is going there. It makes me think of when WCW was getting popular and everybody jumped ship. Well, same thing. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. My God, this is really like what makes this game absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. It's so nice. There's a way of getting down on the other side. So she's on the crane. To be honest, I haven't iced. Oh, I don't have it with me because it's at work. But I used to be a huge wrestling fan until early 2000s. I have a heavyweight WWF belt. I used to have the old Intercontinental from the 1980s, like exact replica. And for whatever reason, it's just not. It just stopped being fun watching wrestling. I'm curious to see that house. I want to see that house. Um, well, that's the thing. So whoever's starting, the guy that's starting A&W, AEW, is basically a really old type of wrestling fan. So he's a huge fan of the genre. Now, how the fuck do I go down from here? I can't, can I? I can't. Well, that was a little bit disappointing. So that means I have to go all the way to the bottom and go back there. So I stopped watching. I stopped watching for a very, very simple reason. For me, wrestling used to always be you watch it for the characters. Regardless if you like them or not, you watch them for the characters. So either you liked Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, uh, uh, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Macho Man. You like those games because you like those wrestlers because they had a character. They each have their unique character. Now, they kind of don't. And to be honest, it's all as boring as shit. Like, what up, Buttercup? You want to do it here? Like, this looks odd. First of all, that's Anna. Why does she have an Adam's apple? Okay, so let's go back down. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. It's just not entertaining anymore. To actually, how does that look? It's just not fun to watch anymore. And last time I watched Raw, there were what, in a 3-hour show there was like 3 wrestling matches. Like, seriously, why? You know, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense that you have such a potential for a platform to be creative, and all you're doing is, I guess I came from there, didn't I? That's where I came from. I'm assuming that's where I came from. Yeah, I've came through here already. Yeah, this is the second floor of that room. Oh, okay. I came here already. So I wandered off for nothing. The problem is they forgot what wrestling is. And to be honest, I went to see, I don't know if I'm dating myself now, but growing up in the 80s and 90s, there used to be a wrestler that used to wrestle under the moniker of Jacques Rougeau. He was the Mountie at one point in the WWE. And he let's save it here. And he decided to, once he stopped with the WWE about the mid 90s or something, he started his own wrestling. He comes from here in Montreal, or I think in Quebec anyways. So he is, you know, he has roots here, and he continued his wrestling school. He had a wrestling school for many, many years. And it's been super popular, and he used to do, why is my screen not, and he used to do a lot of. He took a lot of talent under his wing, and his kids actually wrestle as well. So there's 3 generations of kids that are wrestling with him. And I went to see his final tour, so it's his last show, I guess, his last hurrah. And to be quite honest, he was it was okay. So in terms of show, it was very lackluster. So in terms of a show, it was you know, if you look at the entertainment value of today in WWE and stuff like that, you're not going to get that. So if that's your thing, move along. However, it was very reminiscent of a... Where's the light coming from there? Anyways. It was very reminiscent of 1970s wrestling. Right? Oh, yeah? My God.
What is there in Africa? Just the market. The city is, gone. It appears.
Wait till they go away.
The river got cleaner. No matter what. They started trading there. Shit. I was there too. Helped decontaminate the piers.
Alright, so that guy's taken down.
I have a market there. Where else? It used to be a big city. Great place for a market.
How do I get these guys out?
The gangs took it over. So Stuka left the place.
Where's my cans?
Everything else.
There we go. Cans for the win. So yeah, the show used to be a very like old school 1970s house show, the way it used to be back then. And it has its charm. There's just something about those shows that were really, really fun. And it's more family oriented, and it was really old school. Everybody had a different character.
I see. Alright then. I'll be going.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, well, it is my first playthrough, so I'm not expecting... I'm not used to having this game being, you know, being an open world type of thing. So I kind of... Oh, I can't go out here. And I know I'm missing a ton of stuff, and I apologize. I know I'm not the best player in the world. And I acknowledge that. I don't make any illusions about that. Come on. I'll probably get better on the second or third play of this. You gonna come in? Okay, come on. Let's do this then. Alright. Those upgrades anymore. This game forces you to explore. I didn't mean to blame you or anything. Oh, no, it's fine. I completely, like, I have had people come onto my streams How the fuck are you supposed to?
Taking cover.
A lot of people have come to my streams and they're like, well, you don't know how to do this and you don't know how to do that. And it's like,
I think he's long gone now. At ease,
how the fuck do you get that? You just hover over it? There's nothing really that's silent. Come on. Okay, so maybe I can go around. I'm making it hard on myself, and I completely know that. But I put myself in this situation, hence I will get out of it. I'm going to try and be as stealthy as I can. I don't know if I can be, but... I don't know why that guy's spazzing. That's all good.
nothing. I did my job.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Shit. So for this, I forget how am I supposed to pump this. No, it's fully pumped. Why am I not... It's pumped all the way to the max. Unless it's... Oh, no, it's empty. I forgot how to fucking pump it. Oh, there we go. Come on. My God. There we go. I tried. I really tried. Trying to get them to split.
He's here, all right.
And also, they don't tell you about the fucking karma. So I know there's multiple endings for this one as well. Okay, so there's a thing over there. Okay.
They got away. Not for long. Not for long.
My guys apparently are the most ridiculous people in the world.
I see something up there. I know you're here, pal. And that means you're shit out of luck, eh? See him at the concrete slabs over there. I see the enemy. Visual on the enemy.
Open fire! He's been spotted!
There you go.
Technically, I still haven't killed anybody.
Calm down, I got you.
Oh, they're surrendering.
The enemy was down there.
The barges are clear. Time to capture the tugboat bridge.
Alright. Well,
At least he accepted my surrender.
the music is still going, so it means there's probably still something still happening. can't quick save. Okay. Well then. I can go under here. Alright. Can I save here? No. Oh, so everybody surrendered.
That's it! I surrendered! I would never surrender to bandits. But this guy seems different. His training definitely is different.
Yeah, but still... The thing is, it never actually tells you. In not one game does it tell you that there's karma. At least I don't think so, anyways. Ooh, there's stuff down here. Oh. More stuff here. Huh. And I had to do this during the fucking night. Since everybody's fucking giving up. Anything here? See, technically, there's not much you needed to do here. Didn't actually need to kill much. I should probably remove my light. I literally went back to where I came from. Haha. Oh, there's stuff in here. Those kind of act like night lights, which is freaky. It's actually pretty cool. Alright. Okay, that's whatever. I don't need to go in there. I don't really care to go in there. Anything that requires me to wear a mask. So I came here already. There's nothing here, right? Or not. Maybe there is. Where there's stairs.
Quiet.
Okay. So that's that. The gun. I'm not a big fan of I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of crafting.
Hey, I think there's movement there.
So there's elements on the other side. So let's do that. You're good. technically I only killed one person. Not that it's great or anything, but... Alright. Snort, snort. And in Montreal, the sun decided to come out at the end of the day. I didn't shoot these people, did I? I'm actually sad that they moved away from the story of the Dark Ones. I was hoping that they would do, like, something a little bit better. But I guess, it was not meant to be. I didn't kill this guy. Okay, the light turned off by itself. That's always good.
I have no other choice. I surrender.
Okay, before you surrender, let me go look on top.
I guess that's a good start.
Engineering Gaming Nerd, thank you for the host, even though you're on vacation. It's probably an auto host, but it's always appreciated. Wasteland Ruckus as well. I didn't realize that I think I said thank you before, but if I didn't, thank you for the host. So what was the fucking use of coming over here? Like, even if you're stealth, I guess stealth wise, but there's not really any. Yeah, exactly. Like, it seems that one of the reasons I liked Last Light, which I did say in my review, is I felt a connection to the characters. Like, I really felt for Khan, you know, even Pavel. Like, the fact that you're making decisions at one point that are, I don't trust you. Well, there's no point at this anymore. This guy's gonna ask me to go in, and then I'll be gone. Let's see if there's anything here that I can use. Nope, there's nothing here. Look at the Great Voyage. That looks freaking sweet. Never mind. It's amazing where, like, look at that water. It's so realistic. Man, I remember the days when water was like an afterthought. But yeah, one of the reasons why I like this game was because, imagine you have been reunited with Pavel in Exodus and be like the Musketeers he was talking about. Best bromance ever. Well, yeah, I'm not saying they're not going to do that in the next one.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I can pay the goods. Take them. You can take the goods.
Stay calm, it's us!
Why is the volume so low?
Great job, Artyom.
Artyom, all of our guys are fine. You did great.
Thank you for putting me in the line of fire.
Couldn't do it quietly.
So, you guys ready to set off? Too late if you're not. We have no time to waste.
Good luck, guys. I hope the winds are fair and the waters are smooth. And Artyom, watch it out there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need that luck, all right. Fair winds.
Hurrah! Man your stations, weigh anchor!
We're gonna go about halfway there, then wait in the reeds until about 4 o'clock. We want to get there early in the morning when the fog is the thickest and they are sleepy after the morning prayer.
Okay. Or maybe not.
Artyomich, Duke, we're on final approach. There. See that fire at the very top? That's the control post. What used to be anyway. Now it's a shrine, блять. Closer to God at the top, you see? That's where you have to go. I'll distract the guards now.
This should be fun.
Hey, you ashore! Catch the line!
Ready! Hey, sailor! What did you do to your barge? What you gonna sell now?
Whoa, you're so funny!
So,
You
Artyom,
have a
shall
gun,
we move?
funny man?
Whoever gets there first wins.
Ram some
Break a leg.
there and hit the whole side of barge. Have to run the barge ashore.
Artyom, Duke, the Aurora is quietly moving into position. We'll be ready to act on your signal. Roger that, sir. We're on it. Over.
My father Salandius foretold. Who arrived? It's like you missed the morning sermon. Well, I didn't. One day you are going to get sent to fight demons for that. But it's so early. Just tell me what he said. All right. A heretic actually arrived right at the ceremony. Our guys rushed over to save the Holy Father. And the heretic killed most of them. They say he wouldn't touch you if you surrendered. He also didn't harm the unarmed folk that just happened to be there. He hasn't lost the last of his humanity, that heretic. Not to mention that Kalia and her witch spawn
Alright.
and all the confusion. There's a rumor that people saw her with the heretics. So you think they might attack? Who knows? They are heretics. May the Zardish devour them.
Alright.
They don't care about them. Death doesn't fade.
No, I'm not lighting that. All that for frickin' 2 bullets? Really? Well then. Well, that makes it a waste of time. It's fun that I discovered something, but at the same time, which way am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go that way, right? So this guy, I'm assuming this is...
As if I could ever see it from here.
Sleeping? You expect the fish to keep watch instead of you, or what? You filthy heretic!
Shit.
Reloading, brethren! This, you thinking of evil!
So if they shoot before me, does that constitute them attacking me? And that's okay to shoot them?
Soon we're going to find you and absolve your sins. Because they had it.
I don't want to. But killing at all cost? And also, like, how do I get to the part where, like, the thing is, I don't know at any one time. I don't know at any one time how much karma that I have, right?
The Heridig is at the campfire! Sure!
Campfire, that's what he was.
This gun is actually pretty good. Okay. Well, 90% of my stuff is mistakes. To be honest, I don't care if I get the good or bad ending. The whole point is I'm playing the game, right? So.
Even though you're a heretic, I still rely on your conscience. Don't shoot!
So some of them have given up, which is good.
That's it, I give up! Hey, I give up, so don't you shoot!
Let me see if there's anything else that I missed. Hearing people cry, which is usually not a good sign.
That's it, I give up!
Okay, well, let's see if there's anything here first.
That's it, I give up!
Okay. Where's the lock? Oh, the lock's on the other side. Yeah, box on the other side. Okay. Other side it is.
I give up! Don't shoot! Can you hear me?
Well, that's a nice find. For 2 bullets. I saw more than 2 bullets in there. False representation, I tell you. False representation.
I give up! Just don't shoot, please! That would be great sin!
Press the wrong button. But I do like the fact that they actually allow you to like. Oh, there's another guy here.
He doesn't.
There's another guy here. Where's this thing? There we go. Probably maxed out already. That's good. I don't see any upgrades to my thing, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, there's a guy up there. This is pretty easy. They're all surrendering, which is good. Where was I? So here. Also, I know that I'm missing a bunch of stuff only because there's a bunch of notes that I missed. This is where I went through. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing here. See, I love these parts of this game. Even though I'm not doing it properly, I'm missing a bunch of stuff. That's besides the point. I really like this part of the game. The parts I used to hate in 2033 and Last Light is when you had to wear the mask to go outside. It didn't give you the opportunity to explore enough to my liking. So, and I know, and I'm saying that I missed a bunch of stuff. But it is, I do appreciate the, I'll know better second time around when I do play this. I'm probably going to play this at one point again. Pickles. Apparently pickles are a commodity in this game. Yeah, true, but it takes away from the game. Like this, I like the fact that I can navigate and do what I want, and you can play the game the way you want. Same thing with Fallout. I missed a bunch of stuff with Fallout. Always been the case.
I'm almost at the goal, and you've got quite a party going on, it seems. Come on, you really couldn't stay by those old clothes?
And the ground burned to ash, and the seas boiled, and people turned into shadow. But our cloister survived, for the faithful reside here, and the Lord in His mercy
Okay, so it's saved. Good.
has chosen one among them who goes by the name.
Who do I fucking get first?
And so speaketh the Lord, I will be with you, and will keep you safe, provided you are true in your devotion, provided you reject satanic technology. We reject!
Do you reject Satan's deception? That thing they call electric torch.
Oh, sucks to be you. Oh, jeez, he got lucky. I don't know if he falls over and falls into the river, if that's considered a kill.
Amen, my children! For the electric current, his Satan's temptation and his poison. Only those who reject electricity will be allowed into the kingdom of God.
Alright.
Only those who remain
It's not a kill? Alright, cool.
corruption will be let through by the stars.
There's a fucking place across. Can I do the same thing on the other side? That would be fucking awesome if I could. I can't.
Even with their iron speed standing before us, wielding a machine oil and shining its heretical light upon us, we will not falter. Let us steel ourselves against them. For this is our hour of glory. Amen. Amen. So let your hands slay the enemy's servants with no rest or mercy. For we carry out the will of our Lord. And it is his retribution and punishment for their sins that our enemies will receive. And all who stand before our gates shall scatter like dust in the wind. It will be done. It will be done. For he will devour them, body and soul. For one shall cleanse himself of gunpowder, but electricity puts an eternal brand upon his sin.
Oh fuck, they saw me. Okay. Let's reload. Oh no! That's not what I wanted to do. Fuck. Press the wrong button. Son of a poops. While we're waiting, as you've seen on the chat, there's a few reviews that I've done. Hunter from 1984, which is my TV review. And I've also have about 6 or 7 articles on E3. I went through the major conferences, and it starts off with my predictions, and it ends off with my conclusions. And then I have a bunch of stuff in between. So if you're interested, oh Christ. Let's see if that worked. I don't want to start all the way from the beginning. Hopefully it works. If not, I start back from where I was. It should be pretty late for you, Slayin. I thought you were going to bed. I'm glad that you're able to stay up. As a new my newest VIP member. Doesn't come with many perks. I think the only thing that I have is my Ultimate Warrior, which was done by Real Life Dinosaur. So he's the one that actually did it. I'm always going to be thankful for him. I would have to do other emoticons. I just don't have the time to do it. Yes, this is awesome.
So let your hands slay the enemy's servants with no rest or mercy. for we carry out the will of our Lord.
Yeah, that's realistic.
And punishment for their sins, that our enemies
Very realistic.
and all who
I thought it did. I thought it. The net. I got the whole. That whole thing wrong because I had thought.
devour them, body and soul. For one can cleanse himself of gunpowder.
I had thought that VIP was supposed to be for people that couldn't afford to be a sub, but you dedicate your like emoticons and stuff like that. You get the perks of.
And even more so, do you reject Satan's deception? That thing they call elect.
Son of a bitch.
This cursed gift the enemy gave to the fool. And so that they would fancy themselves
Come on this side.
above God and more powerful than him.
We reject.
Come on this side. I didn't do anything. Why are they scared? Fuck. Alright, well that didn't go as planned. Yeah, it's true. Oh, these are worshippers.
Prepare yourself, you dog! We'll find you!
Alright, so these guys gave up. I think I killed the guy when I was supposed to. I pressed the wrong button, but that's okay. It is what it is. Alright. Can I get them to stop? Probably did horribly. But I guess there's no ways I can get rid of the clinkety clink. Is there anything here? Also, something that's weird with this game, and I have to get used to, is the sound comes depending on the direction that you're. Who's ringing the fucking clickety clank? Why? See, I don't understand some of these games. Why give the opportunity to open the door when you can't actually open the door?
So you got me, you damn heretics. You took Katya, and now you have me.
Damn, you are quicker, Tom. Look, we're just passing through. Let us through peacefully, our guys won't shoot. We've been easy on you people the whole time, and Katya asked us to take her along herself. Do you get me?
Sure thing. First you kill off the local cutthroats, and then you switch to us. Will you kill elders and children too? Or have you drunk enough blood already? Leave us for good now. God may punish you for your sins, but my responsibility is to tend my flock.
That's a good boy.
Hear me, brothers! Hold your fire! You hear me? I'll excommunicate everyone who shoots! Well, I did all I could. Just don't shoot. And tell the driver to keep it slow. The bridge is in shambles.
Oh, nice.
Or the bridge might collapse. You will have to jump.
Here, we've reached an agreement. They will let us through if we don't shoot and move slowly. So don't stop. I repeat, do not stop. Over.
Hear you loud and clear, Duke. We're out. All hands, hold your fire until ordered.
Artyom, let's jump! Well, that's a job well done, huh?
Nice. Good ending. Duke survived.
We left Volga behind. The endless expanses of Russia stretched before us now. The bridge dwellers had finally decided to believe that we were not demons and let us pass. Anna was right. We invaded their world, and it's not up to us to destroy it, no matter how stupid it may seem. Electricity is a sin. Is that really worse than the lies we were told in the metro? About how the whole world was dead and there was nowhere to go? Everybody in the tunnels bought that convenient lie. Once we reach Yamantau, we will at least know if that lie was justified. Since so far, we haven't met any signs of enemy occupation.
Artyom. Artyom. Wake up, dear.
Is he up yet? Artyom, the Colonel wants you on the bridge. See you later.
Wow, the guy waited all that time to tell me that?
You did a great job there. We're not home anymore, so we'd all better act like you did. Smoothly. It's not like there's many of us humans left now. So I hope someday we will be able to trust others just because. Because they are people too. Am I bothering you? Sorry, I'm in a philosophical mood today.
Well, when you were on top of the bridge, you had an Adam
Stay
apple.
here for a bit, Artyom.
Oh, there's a postcard there.
This is great. I wish I could stay like this forever. Artyom, when you climbed those ruins back in Moscow, with your radio, did you imagine our life on the surface at all? A home, for one. A place where we could live. A log cabin on the outskirts of a forest. Or how about a bungalow on an ocean shore? Well, you know, there's something great in simply going anywhere like this. Together. Through the abandoned stations, the ruins, the wasteland. Especially in our own private compartment. Thinking back, isn't this our honeymoon trip? It certainly feels like one, even though it's a bit late. We've only had some honeymoon sorties at best so far. You know, I had a talk with Katya. I'm sitting here recalling that bridge and those people there, and we've been sitting underground for 20 years, and they haven't. So what? These are not the same people who used to build cities, planes, and space rockets. They are just like us in Metro, only even more dejected. They are essentially slaves. For real. They work all day and pray all night. Always watched, always directed. Everything is under control. Everything is decided by the community. Well, I mean, Silantius. They don't even have any property. Even their socks belong to the community. They're just entranced with him, with these ridiculous lies about electricity. Of course, not everyone got fooled easily, but if they dare ask questions, they get penance, exorcising an electric demon with prayer and the cross. But that's a death sentence. How is a flashlight dangerous? Or a radio? But no, they shun it all. They hide and keep praying. How can you even make people believe this ridiculous garbage within just a few years? People in general start believing lies surprisingly easily, don't they? As long as those lies are convenient or at least familiar. Take us, in Metro. All right, we haven't met the occupying forces yet. If we disregard that shirt I found on an antenna... Katya and Crest, never met them either. But maybe they are still out there somewhere. And if they are, then they didn't even tell us about them back home. They didn't tell us that the war was still on. They just made us believe that there's no life anywhere outside of Metro. They've been lying to us. Lying non-stop. All this time. Were their intentions good? Perhaps.
Yeah, she does.
The Metro is a castle built on lies.
Well, you told me she was annoying, so...
And so far, no matter how far we get, we haven't met a single enemy. Isn't that strange? But Father won't have a word of it. Stay vigilant, be careful, the enemy never sleeps. You know, I love my father. A whole lot, no matter what. But what if everything he's been told is just another layer of lies? I hope we'll find out how deep this rabbit hole is once we get to Yamantau. Well, what do you know? I do feel better now after telling you. Thanks for hearing me out, Artyom. Let's just sit here a little. All right, run along. Dad wanted something. Leaving already? Well, go get them, Tiger.
That was odd. I got 2 cutscenes in one. How can I get that? That's a postcard. Anything here worth a hoot? No. There's really nothing I can do. Well then. Well, it is the Xbox, right? Come on. How do I get out of here? Oh. Diary, crew, new world. Moscow, when it has been years since anyone's heard anything but static. Winter, Volga, spring. We left Volga behind, the endless expanses. Okay, that's basically everything. The crew. This is actually pretty sweet how they do this. I actually really like the artwork. It's really nice. Should I read through all of this? Sure. So, if you wanted a bedtime story, this is it. Anna, my Anna, from the very beginning I thought I was not worthy of you. What was I? A nerdy guy from the backwater station, a dreamer, hearing voices in his head, an adventure seeker. And you, the most beautiful girl in the metro. Not that there was a ton. The only daughter of the legendary Colonel Miller, the best sniper of the Spartan Order. But how did you put it? There are lots of hard-boiled guys around. God, how much have we been through together? We had our bright days and really dark ones. Haha, they mentioned dark ones. I think that was a cookie. Our feelings would die out and rekindle again. I even tried to leave, but couldn't go too far. You wanted a normal man, but you still accepted me as I am. You were the only one who didn't consider me mad when I spent days on the surface listening to the radio in fruitless attempts of receiving signals from the other survivors. You knew that every such sortie meant more radiation exposure for me and less chances for healthy children should we ever have them. And you would still let me go. You didn't prohibit me from dreaming. I always felt your gaze on me, when you would cove my back in combat and when I would lose my way. I was always in the field of view. I always knew that nobody could ever replace you, my personal guardian angel of death. If this is not love, what is? Anna, you wanted to believe me and you couldn't. You tried to not pay attention to your father, and you did. The Colonel firmly believes that our country is occupied and that the war is still going on, and that makes us jumpy. Makes us expect an attack at every turn. Make us look for traces of enemy presence everywhere. He has us riled up, and Anna is not immune to that. She was so eager to find the occupying forces in that tiny abandoned village near the bridge over Volga that she saw an American banner in the mere old t-shirt. She went to investigate and fell through the roof of an old chemical storage silo. Luckily, the chemicals seemed to have been long since expired, and Anna got away with just a few bruises. Needless to say, there was not a trace of foreign troops present anywhere close. Colonel Colonel Sviatoslav Konstantinovich Milenikov, the founder and permanent commander of the Order of Sparta. Miller picked up and trained each Spartan individually. He was the only one to come to the rescue of my home station when we were under attack by the Dark Ones. He was the only one to stand between the communists and the Nazis and prevent the conflict which would well spell the ultimate end of our civilization. It was Miller who accepted me into the order and blessed our union with Anna, his only daughter. I became his son-in-law, but could never amass the courage to call him Dad. Nothing but Colonel, with a Sir, of course. In the D6 defense, the Colonel lost his best fighters and his old self. Something is forever broken is him. I'm assuming they meant in him. He became cold, completely intolerant of any dissent. Sometimes I feel he's sorry he didn't object his daughter marrying me. He would have probably preferred Hunter as his in-law, but Hunter is missing, and I dragged his daughter into a maelstrom none of us might ever emerge from. I dragged the Colonel into the worst adventure of his life. He had to commit high treason to save his daughter, with me in tow. He is convinced that the war is still going on, and that Moscow had to fake death to prevent the final murderous strike from being launched against it. But Anna is still his daughter, and I am still one of his soldiers. So he, in his advanced age, risks everything he has, his reputation, his position in the metro, and most of his order. Everything to save us too, and maybe somehow get himself out of this mess. We are going to the Yamato mountain, where the Supreme Command HQ is located. Only the true government of our destroyed country could now pardon the Colonel for treason. Of course, if they agree to even listen to him at all. There's one problem, though. It's been a few days since we left Moscow. but we have yet to find a trace of occupying forces. Damir. Damir is probably the calmest of all the crew members. Damir is also extremely reliable. He'll always be there to help. He always does the hardest part of any job, goes on the toughest missions, and then, instead of taking the well-earned respect and gratitude as one would expect, he starts blushing and saying he had nothing to do with success, and it all just kind of happened that way. There's only one painful issue for Damir, and that's his name. Name given to him by his father, along with half of his blood. Damir can't forgive his father for leaving, going as far as to deny being his blood kin. Duke. Duke of Darkness, Igor Dukov, the youngest and bravest and the craziest of us. Some joined the order out of desperation, others to protect people from dangers. But Duke is just desperately in love with adventure. Whenever the colonel asks for volunteers, Duke is always first to shout me, no matter how hard and dangerous the mission ahead may be. A shame we don't have any medals in the order, otherwise Duke would be plastered with them. He always looked up to the more experienced fighters, competing with them for the most kills. Missions and wounds, Fort for some reason, he placed particular attention to comparing his achievements with mine. Perhaps it's because I'm closest to his age. Anna once said about him, "Quit your whining, Artyom. There are people here who dream of becoming becoming like you're about Duke." Was she right? Igor likes being called the Duke of Darkness, but you can hardly find a lighter-hearted guy. He is but a brat taking crazy risks all the time, but Lady Luck smiles to the brave. If not for the trick he played in Silencius, that old obscurant, our whole operation could have failed. Duke, my friend, your star is undoubtedly on the rise, and soon you will outshine us all. We be of one blood, ye and I, and I'm proud of it. Hopefully this is not boring you, but it's interesting for me. I like to read stuff. The Aurora's permanent helmsman, Yermak, knows her... Sorry, I got lost. Yermak knows her every detail down to the smallest bolt and feels every change in the work of any of her numerous and, truth be told, quite worn out mechanisms with his heart. Yermak fit into our group so easily and naturally, it seems he was with us since forever. And yet, Anna and I met him on the Hanseatic base, where Yermak first helped me find my wife and then lead us to the hijack of our beloved cruiser. Still, with Yermak's background, it's a small wonder he decided to leave Moscow with us. At the time of our meeting, we had only just learned of Hansa executing everyone trying to enter or leave Moscow. But Yermak had been living with us terrible knowledge for months. First out of the fear for the daughter's life, then after, she succumbed to her illness out of sheer hopelessness. But now he is free, just like the rest of us, and if we ever come back to Moscow, we'll settle our scores with his Hanseatic leadership together. Yermak says that every man has a destination in life, a place where the fate leads him to. And whenever life becomes hard, sometimes unbearably so, I always recall his words. This might be the end of the line, but it is still not your destination. Get up. Walk on. Thank you, Yermak. Idiot. Okay. Idiot chose his nickname out of natural humility, or perhaps simply in honor of one of his Dostoevsky's characters. In fact, he's anything but. Being the most educated and well-read soldier in the order, landing the position of Miller's right hand man back in the metro. The question is, what does he really know about the reasons for people being held in the tunnels, and war that could be still going on, as well as who is really in control of the metro? Idiot likes talking a lot, but he never actually says much, even if you push him. Save for his usual, on one hand, this could be true, while on the other, if you feel that the truth is close enough to touch, talk to Idiot. He'll confuse you completely in no time. One thing about him is that I don't understand at all, is what could he even be looking for fighting in Order's ranks? Alyosha. Alyosha, the life of every party and avid lady killer. Favorite customer of the seediest joints of Svetnoy, Bulvar, and our survival on the surface and structure after only the cursory glance. He can correctly tell if abandoned building can last for years, or is ready to collapse into your head at the lightest touch, which ability saved him back in Moscow more than once. Alyosha is the only member of our crew seemingly taking our journey for an exciting adventure, probably in anticipation of new meetings with representatives of the fair sex, of course. Sam. Sam is one of the Order's best. He might not be the strongest, fastest, or best marksman we have, but he can certainly hold his own in a match with Spartan champions in each of these areas, and he definitely is the most unusual of us. Sam is an American, a Marine from the U.S. Embassy's guard detail, who just happened to be in the Metro when the Judgment Day came, eventually ending up as Colonel Miller's personal bodyguard. Sam had to sit the battle for D6 out on the account of staying in the hospital with a serious wound, and was really hard on himself for not being there to protect the Colonel when he was needed the most. As soon as he was back on his feet, still all bandaged, Sam would refuse to leave the Colonel's side no matter what. He wouldn't even let anybody else push Miller's wheelchair, even when Andrew the blacksmith made the amazing prosthetics the Colonel has been wearing ever since. Sam remained Miller's shadow and, of course, joined the Aurora. All of us, the crew members, are going somewhere to some kind of destination. As Yermak puts it, even though none of us know where that destination would be, Sam, though, seems to know the place. If the world outside of the Metro is not wiped out, there must be survivors in the U.S., and Sam can't stop thinking about his parents who might still be alive, waiting for their son. I wonder if he feels he's traveling in the right direction with us. While we were waiting for the Aurora's repairs to be completed, thinking on how to cross the river, Sam, in light of the constant mentions of occupying forces, hypnotized himself into believing that the Colonel didn't trust him. It must be heartbreaking to have served a commander for 20 years with unquestioning loyalty, only to be considered a traitor. But it might be equally heartbreaking to have become so close to your old enemy, only to learn that your country might still be there. After all, and if the war still is going on, whose side are you on, Sam? Who are you? How many fucking people are there? Okay. Only got a few left. In day-to-day life, Stepan is so calm and nice, it's hard to believe he is a member of the Order. We are a military organization, after all. Once you see this giant in battle, though, you immediately see the reason for him being here. Stepan is completely fearless and amazingly strong. He handles a heavy machine gun as if it were a regular assault rifle. We're lucky to be on Stepan's side. Having him as an enemy would be a disaster. Right until meeting Katya, Stepan has never defied the Colonel. But when Miller didn't want to let the woman and her daughter board the Aurora, he started a real quarrel. The Colonel was noticeably thrown off, while the rest of us immediately understood what was going on. Still, as any good commander, Miller quickly saw through Stepan and let himself being talked into letting Katya and Nastya, I think that's what it was, aboard with addition. Stepan was sure to never leave the crew. Tokarev, partial to the creations of the famous gun designer he shares the family name with, is a man in love with the craft. He is constantly busy with the crew's weapons, repairing, maintaining them, and making improvements. Tokarev knows everything there is to know about weapons and even more, and can talk about them for hours, but is not really interested in much else. Still, he doesn't just care for the firepower, but also works on the gear, constantly adjusting and inventing new things, laboring day and night to make sure that all perform to the best of their ability without being hindered by inferior equipment. What would we do without him? On a side note, he seems to be quietly and hopelessly unrequitedly in love with Anna. He's always worried about her, thinking of her, talking about her, but I can't even bring myself to feel jealous. Katya and Nastya. I can't really imagine what Katya and Nastya had been through and how they managed to keep their sanity, much less remain as optimistic as they are. A little girl with a tender woman proved to be tougher than fate, taking all the blows it could throw at them squarely, and those blows were many and mighty. They had arrived at Volga with a group of migrants who were out on a quest for a better life. That quest ended in them finding a new faith, and their death along with it. Of course, Silentius didn't kill anyone himself. He didn't even order anybody killed. Still, his holy ritual, where an initiate must dispose of an electric anomaly to be accepted into the fold. How is it different from a murder in cold blood? It's no wonder that the colonel let Stepan and Anna coax them into letting Katya and Nastya aboard the Aurora. Even though there must be numerous dangers waiting for us, still I would argue that these ladies are tougher than some battle-hardened troopers. Besides, Katya is a trained nurse, and we will most probably need all the medical expertise we can get. All right, last one. Last one on the list. An avid storyteller, a talented mechanic, and a natural-born adventurer who traveled all across the vast expanses of threatening world of the surface, so alien to us, who'd been through hundreds of scuffles and struck thousands of deals, quite a few of which could be of less scrupulous sort. I don't know if Crest will be journeying with us for long, but I am not surprised he had such an easy time fitting in. Right from the start, he gave us a hand with fixing the Aurora, gave us the rail car he'd been using in the adventures, and then went with us on a mission to capture the tugboat, giving Duke me the cover we needed to infiltrate the bridge. It's no wonder it's even our usually cautious colonel that no second thoughts about welcoming Crest into the crew. Alright. New world. Bandits. With no state and its laws, with no pockets of civilization which the new civic society would crystallize around, with no hope of ever going back to normal life, should one be surprised with the rise of the anarchy? Okay. Rise of the anarchy. And its consequences. Bandits constructing their rudimentary societies around the basest aspects of human nature. Human nature? Even if the tunnels of Moscow Metro, where every meter has been divided between the quasi-states attempting to uphold some semblance of order and their turf, the gangs flourish. What could one expect from the world of surface? Okay. Where there is simply nobody and nothing to stand up to them. Sislayan, are you sleeping yet? On the banks of Volga, where they seem to great many of bandit gangs, they have somehow agreed on the division or spheres of influence and are more or less happily coexisting, robbing the few remaining or newly founded in the less polluted regions. Peaceful, survivor. Is my voice calming? Their denizens as slaves on the markets of the truth. Okay. Fanatics. The worship of giant mutant catfish, intense hatred towards the technology and outsiders, coupled with intense suppression of all individuality and independent thought within the community. What else could reasonably expect from a mix of primitive mysticism with classic religion, seeped with good old founders' cult of personality? I must give the fanatics their dues, though. By banding together, they managed to survive in this wild world, settling a bridge and turning it into a veritable fortress, which we had no choice but to take seriously. Their best fighters, the lightning fighters, can fight back against the electric anomalies, and even gangs of bandits compensating for their lack in training and their strong motivation rooted in their fanaticism. Do you know? Do you know how to kill the ball of light that always goes around? It seems weird. Like they don't really introduce it, and you never really learn anything. Exhibition, my home station, now a part of Von Commonwealth, I think. Together with Alexandretskaya and Rizskaya, living there has been uneven ride. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't actually tell you how to beat it or how to protect yourself from it. Memories of the time, even though Anna, my wife, would disagree. She positively hated it there, having traded the position of the Order's best sniper for everyday chores of the regular mushroom farmer. Hansa. Oh, this is going to be interesting. The most powerful faction of the Metro, the Commonwealth of the stations of the Ring Line. The soldiers and the Hansas enjoy the best pay and equipment, and thus are highly motivated to train and perform their duties exceptionally well, making up in proficiency and skill for what they may lack in numbers. The only force to be objectively better than Hansaic troops in terms of professionalism and training is the Spartan Order, which yours truly is honored to be a member of. As far as I am able to surmise from the Colonel's reluctant confession, Hansa is a vehicle of the Invisible Watchers, the real government of Moscow controlling all of the factions from the shadows. They clearly have too much power to just live and let live, and thus engage in some shady business, including the Shield Project, designed to keep Moscow under an impenetrable blanket of radio jamming to prevent further nuclear strikes against the capital. The project itself would be a benevolent initiative, even if quite misguided, had it not been connected with mass murder of people coming into and trying to leave Moscow, as well as anyone and everyone learning anything about it. Anna and I were captured by their patrol after we saw the Aurora entering the city perimeter, and just for the terrible crime, I was put to the gun. Anna's agony at the moment is something I will not forgive them for as long as I live. Creatures. I don't want to read all the freaking creatures. I'm not going to read that. Equipment. Spartan suit. The Spartan suit is not just uniform. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Bracer. That's fine. Okay, I already read stuff like this. Oh yeah, it's true. I could have killed one with a knife, huh? That's actually a silent kill.
I'm in Gemetic. Over. Kinel, come in. Kinel, over. That's just great. We'll all try later. Even right in Irkutsk. Not even 2 years.
You better reconsider your position on Meshnikov. Did you forget who started trading with the convicts from Zolotoy? Huh?
Well, that was Zakhar's idea. And Zakhar is the man. He crossed Baikal. Alone. We'd sign up to anything he proposes at once. While Menshikov, I couldn't care less about.
Aren't you getting too big in your head? You're so cool now that the relay gang is off your case? Don't fall off that high horse.
Go to hell, Dan. All right. I can live with listening to Menshikov if you're so fond of him.
Enough of that shit already. The important part is that Irkut is still around, and you guys are too.
You're right. That is the important part. Well, give my regards to Menshikov. Over and out.
You devil. Over and out.
Found a tune on the radio. Nice. Boom. Ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. That sounds so 80s. That's such a weird achievement.
How long have you been on the road for? I've been listening to the radio too. And there was not a single transmission about any occupying force. There's so much regular chatter. So many stories.
You should have.
That says all those are coded
Uncle Artyom,
transmissions.
Uncle
They all
Artyom,
have
Uncle Tokarev has already set his shop up. Wanna go look? It's so cool. Here, Uncle Artyom.
Ah, hi, Artyom. See my new place? Fit for a kid,
All right.
I must say. What do you think of this workbench, eh?
Oh, actually,
Everything is within reach.
I should dismantle this.
There's so much space left. Most of the stuff you and the guys found outside and gave to me went into making this workshop happen. So thank you. We'll have to keep pitching in like this too. It's like we're facing a long journey, and useful things like ammo or equipment don't grow on trees. Plus, the further from Moscow we get, the harder they'll probably be to get. So don't forget
All right.
to collect all the materials you find to keep us going. There's so many things to do.
Oh, come on.
I haven't decided where I'm going to work on the suits, but I'll have to, and soon.
Come on.
And it's high time we fixed our
seriously?
uniforms. Some of our people are starting to look pretty ragged, you know.
Okay.
Old Duke's plate carrier won't hold the back plate anymore, and he jokes that
Standard barrel and compensator, long barrel and
his
compensator.
stores would be in danger. Regardless, I am turning this little gang back into a real army. Well, that's it. I bragged enough and won't waste any more.
Bastard, which I love the name.
Summon you. Well, I have stuff to do too. You guys are fast to break gear, but none too expedient to fix it.
Uncle Tokarev, Uncle Tokarev.
What would you like to ask, Nastya?
Uncle Tokarev, do you have a sewing machine?
Come on,
No, I don't.
come on.
But how are you going to fix the suits then?
Well, like everyone else, I'll take a thread and a needle,
That seems
and I
good enough.
use a sales stitch.
Hey, a toilet. Can I take a shit?
I should
Toilet's a little crooked there. Hey. Well, I wonder what's happening here. 86. 1986. This is what's supposed to be 20. I don't even think this is following the books, but it's around 2035.
Tall. He's kind.
Oh, smoke break. That's good.
I have to go up, huh?
This is what I'm sure once.
Where's the...
Now we do this.
Well, nothing we couldn't take. Oh, Artyomich, another smoke break. Good.
You have got to be careful here. See?
I see.
I have to go the other way, apparently. Ooh. Is there anything here? No. Can't even go forward. So, yeah, that's not it. Can't go in here.
Artyom, come on in and have a seat. Stepan's putting on a live performance here.
Nice.
Here's one of my favorites.
I can barely hear the freaking music.
Stop it already! Well, what did you expect?
Hey, Artyom, the colonel's waiting for you on the bridge.
So, what's up with your plate carrier? Tokarev was mad.
Ah, it's a long story. Come on, out with it.
Well, there I am, sitting on a beam, looking at Artyom milling about.
These two guys look exactly the same.
Oh, you are so full of it. Artyom did most of the work.
That you did, yeah, you did. But you don't have to interrupt my life. You asked me about the waste yourself.
Save.
Listen. I had a talk with the Ark. All thanks to Tokarev. He got the decoder working. Ark, come in. Come in, Ark. Over.
This is Ark. Identify yourself. Over.
This is Colonel Svetoslav Mylnikov speaking. I'm in command of a special operations force. We have received your signal and are currently heading your way. Do you copy me? Over.
Yes. Hear you loud and clear.
Who am I talking to? How do I address you?
The Deputy Chief of Communications Department, Major Ivanov. A moment.
Oh, yes, Major. I understand that the checkup is in order.
Great, Colonel. Melnikov? Simply capable. I am sorry for the lack of trust, but as you know, the situation is dire and the enemy is always ready to strike.
I do understand, Major, and I hope that you can tell the leadership that my people are true to their duty and will be at their full disposal as soon as we arrive. Over.
Thank you for the great news. How large is your force, Colonel?
I have a squad of the best operatives the Special Forces have to offer.
A squad? I see. Well, this is great. Great!
Yes, we are a large force, but we bring a message of extreme importance. We are heading towards you from Sector K6 Alpha. Do you have any data on enemy forces we might encounter on the way? Over.
Just a moment, I have to check. K6, Alpha, you say, as far as I can see, there have been no enemy encounters reported in the area, Colonel. I regret. I must end our conversation here, but know that we are waiting for your arrival. I am making my report immediately, and I am sure the Minister of Defense will be eager to see you.
This is a great honor. Thank you. Just a few words more, though. What is the general situation there, Major? Please.
Colonel, sir, you do understand this is classified information. But I do understand you. We are doing fine. Do not worry. Well, see you in the Ark. Over and out.
I serve the people. Over and out. So, do you get this now, you doubting Thomas? I'm so excited my hands are still shaking. The Minister himself! This is incredible!
The audio's off.
By the way, Artyom, you should take a look at the map. As you can see, we're heading almost straight for the Yamantau complex. Katya and Krest tell me that the line there is in decent condition. Surprising, really, taking into account the number of priority targets there. So we can hope for smooth sailing from here, and right to the very destination. It's not even that far, but our speed depends on the state of the truck. So I think it's going to take us quite some time to get there.
Yeah.
So, Yermak, where were we?
You were saying, it's all about the results.
Yes.
We are approaching the Yamantau bunker, the final destination of our long journey. Direct radio contact with the bunker has completely dissolved Miller's resentment towards me for destroying our previous lives. He is eagerly anticipating the meeting with the Minister of Defense he was promised. Probably such things are important for a career officer. The people, though, are less interested. They are asking important questions. Where are the occupying forces? Why is there just wilderness and people gone wild around? What's stopping the government from restoring the country? What was being done in the last 20 years? Miller believes that we'll get all the answers. He will be pardoned, as well as Anna and I. And we will all return home to the Metro.
I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight here, because I am quite tired. Just want to make sure that I can save.
What's going on ahead? Over.
Everything's abandoned, but the truck is okay.
Well, it's not too late here. It's 9:30 p.m., but
And watch out for radiation. Over.
Roger that.
I just want to make sure that I go to a safe space and I can...
Still can't believe this. We're
Yeah, you're nuts. But I appreciate you staying on the stream, though.
not for weeks.
I'm really humbled by you passing by and staying on the stream.
My whole life. And it was not
I would say my hat... I would lift up my hat, but I don't really...
Are we going to live here now?
I don't know. Why?
I don't like this place. It's creepy.
Shh. Don't say that.
All right, Colonel. It's getting really hot.
Hey, look at that. There's no snow.
Everyone, masks on. Passengers, get inside and button up tight.
Yes, of course. Come on, Master.
Change of plans. We're taking the rail car from here. Wait for Artyom and me.
Roger that,
How
sir.
about me? You've been dreaming to get here for so long, and are now leaving me behind? Am I your daughter or not?
All right, come with us, or else I'll never hear the end of it.
A wise decision.
Yermak, stop the engine.
How the train tracks are still in good order is beyond me. There we go, it just saved.
Take the Aurora back to the safe zone and sit tight there.
We'll do that right now.
Step on. You're in charge while I'm away. Sir, yes, sir. Great. Let's go. Man, this place. Worse than Moscow. Yeah, looks like it. See that crater? Wonder what the yield was on that one. Looks like 100 to me. Hold on. Your guys used to have 3 and 500 ones too. Well, even 100 seems to have done okay.
Come on. Ah, no problem, Slayin. Have a good one. Sleep tight. Thanks for passing by again, as usual. It's greatly appreciated, and I appreciate the company.
Good. Miller, over and out.
Look at all those cars. Artyom was right. People were coming here from all over the country.
Yes, they were. Nobody came from Moscow. Until now.
So much time wasted.
We'll make up for that now. Well, we're almost there.
This is a bad place. We should not come here. Really?
Okay, so where's my welcoming committee and red carpet? I don't get this.
Oh, see? Nobody home. How about we go back, huh? Hey,
Look!
Identify yourself.
Colonel Miller, here to report to the Minister of Defense.
And where are your people, Colonel?
With the train.
It's dangerous outside. Contact them and tell them to take the train into the main airlock for decontamination. Welcome to the Ark, Colonel. Proceed through the tunnel and take the elevator. You'll be met inside.
Come on. Something's fishy here.
Why is it so deserted here? No gun placements, no patrols, not even lookouts. Why would they need any of that? A nuclear warhead couldn't take it out.
Something's bad about to happen. I just want to make sure that it saves. And I'm probably going to call it quits for tonight. Just want to make sure. Actually loaded pretty quickly. Okay, so that's fine. Alright. So, that's it for tonight's stream. Thank you so much to everyone that passed by on the stream and that gave me the auto hosts and the hosts. And Slayin for passing by and chatting it up. Foxy Loxy as well. I know you passed by and popped in just to say hi. It's always appreciated. You rock, kind sir. I wanted to thank everyone.